Wouldn't it be Ryan Aubrey? And today we are talking about Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. So we're going to talk about that. I hope you guys enjoy, and we're just going to get right into it. But actually, before we get right into it, guys, make sure you subscribe to the post notifications on. Like the video, make sure you go subscribe to my brother Liam the Great Vlogs. And also, make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast, twitch.tv/Ryan the Great Podcast. And let's get right into it. All right, so first, let's get this first thing out of the way. I think that Boston will win the series in 6 games. I do believe that, and I'm going to tell you why. 1, injuries. For Game 4 tonight, Tyler Hero has been ruled out. But I'm not sure. But that's a bad thing because he definitely is a threat. But in this series, he has not done anything special. It really is a shame because he was Sixth Man of the Year, and I really do think that he is a star, I guess you could say. I guess he's a star in the league right now. But he's averaging 10 points a game on 30% shooting from the field and 22 points from the three-point line. So nothing good. So, nothing good there. It is what it is. What are you going to do? But Butler isn't apparently intending to play, so that's good for Miami. But if the guy who is really your only offensive weapon, other than Game 3 where Adebayo had 21, but Butler is only the offensive weapon. If he is not 100%, then I don't think you have a chance of winning the series. But let me tell you something. When Miami came back in Game 1, everybody told me, Miami looked good last night, and I said, they look good. But they didn't look good offensively. They looked good defensively. I think in the second half, or in the third quarter particularly, that they looked good defensively, but offensively, it was Butler the whole time. Let's pull up the statistics right here. Butler, Game 1, 41. P.J. Tucker, 5 points, 10 points for Adebayo, Vincent, 17, Strus, 11, Martin, 5, Dedmon, 6, Hero, 18, Oladipo, 8. So, I really think that Butler, the statistics aren't going to show you what happened in the second half, but they are going to show you, but what they're not going to show you is what happened in the third quarter. Well, they could. Or they probably are, yeah. They count everything today. I don't know. But what they are... okay, I'm not even going to say... Because I'm mixing up my words. But if you were just watching, you could tell that Butler really was the only player doing something. Because offensively, because, it was 12 for 19, 17 for 18 from free throws, and he was plus 25 in the plus minus. I think he was the only guy doing anything offensively. Yeah. So that's that. In Game 2, what's his face? I think in Game 2, Boston showed why they're the better team because everybody showed up. Tatum had 27. Marcus Smart had 24, who I definitely think Smart was the MVP of that game. Jaylen Brown had 24, Williams had 19, Pritchard had 10. So I think Boston showed their dominance in Game 2 because everybody showed up during that game. Yes, and then in Game 3, I think Boston just kind of fell off. Butler, I know Butler got hurt with the knee injury and all that. Adebayo did show up, 31 points, which they need from him. They need him taking 20 shots. Let me just say this right now. If Miami wants to win this series, Adebayo has to show up. Lowry has not been playing lately. They're sick. They played 8 games without him, something like that, in the playoffs. He has to play. He has to play like that rim protector on defense because we know what he can do defensively, but offensively he needs to show up because other than him on the offensive side of the ball, I really don't know who there is because obviously, as I said, Lowry's out. Strus, he's good, but he's not that difference maker. Tucker, he'll give you his numbers, but Adebayo, he has to show up. Game 3, I know Brown had 40, but it was a good 40-point game. He shot 14 for 20. But the one problem is that he turned the ball over so much. In the third quarter, he had like 5 turnovers. So this is so it wasn't like he had a good 40-point game. I mean, obviously, anybody having 40 is good, but at the end of the day, he still lost. But I definitely think 40 points, Brown showing that he can do what he can do, but you can't turn the ball over like that. Like, the difference between Doncic having 40 and Brown having 40 is that Doncic, he shot, while shooting efficient from the field, he made better decisions. So tonight, Miami, Boston. I don't know who I'm going to go with yet. I'll most likely end up going with Boston because, Tatum is ready to go. I would think. Butler, I know he'll play. Lowry, he might play, but he's not going to, it won't be I won't be a difference maker. Hero's out, so that's a bad player to lose, but he hasn't been playing too well in this series. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to go with. But also with Boston's injury, Smart's hurt, and Robert Williams. I think he is definitely a top 10 underrated player in this league right now. I don't think anybody can disagree with me on that. I like Robert Williams. He's a good great defensive player, and he can also, if he takes the right amount of shots, he can do something good on the offensive end. Tatum, I expect he'll play. They said he's probable. I think I'm going to end up going with Boston tonight because other than game 2, not game 2, game 3. Was it? I keep forgetting. Game 3, Adebayo had 31, right? Yeah. Other than in game 3, there was I didn't see much improvement from the Heat offensively. Defensively, I definitely think that's a different story. Obviously, other than game 2, I think they showed that they are a really good team defensively. I think Boston's better defensively because of the way they can get out on perimeter shooters, which is why I think when they win the series in 6, or I would think they would because that's who I have them in 6. It'll be very interesting because they can get out on perimeter shooters really well. Yeah. I'm going to go with Boston tonight, and I think they'll win in 6. I think they're going to win 3 straight. I think they definitely showed they can win on the road in Miami because they beat them by 25 points in game 2. I think they'll win 4 straight, or not 4 straight, 3 straight. I think they will win tonight. That's pretty much it. And so that's going to do it for this video. I definitely intend to have a Dallas Mavericks and Golden State Warriors video out. That'll probably be at the end of the series, which I would think would be in 4 or 5 games. Next game or the game after that, you know what I mean. I do want to get an NHL video out there. I haven't done one in a bit. Last one was the Flyers video. No, I don't even talk about that. Last one was the Flyers video. I do want to talk about Tampa Bay and Florida. Man, Florida. What is going on with Claude Giroux? Mamma mia, but that's okay. And what else is there? Carolina and New York. I don't know who's going to win that series, man, but I think Carolina will win. But anyway, this is the basketball video. That's what will come up. And also, one last thing before we go. I do want to see more consistency in Tatum. You can't. He scored 10 points in Game 3. I don't care if he got hurt. He scored 10 points. You need to be that difference maker if you want to win a championship, all right? Not one guy can win a championship for you. Not even Jordan could do it. Jordan averaged 37 a game at one point. They still couldn't win a championship, but that's a different subject for another day. Alright, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to the post notifications on. Go subscribe to the Great Vlogs. Follow my Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast, twitch.tv/Ryan the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.